Ladies and gentlemen, the abolitionist, Frederick Douglass.
The fact is, ladies and gentlemen, the distance between this platform and the slave plantation from which I escaped is considerable, and the difficulties to be overcome in getting from the latter to the former are by no means slight. This, for the purpose of this celebration, is the 4th of July. It is the birthday of your national independence. This, to you, is what the Passover was to the emancipated people of God. It carries your minds back to the clay and to the act of your great deliverance. To side with the right against the wrong, with the weak against the strong, and with the oppressed against the oppressor. Here lies the merit. They who did so were accounted in their day plotters of mischief, agitators and rebels, dangerous men. To say now that America was right and England wrong is exceedingly easy. It is fashionable to do so, but there was a time when to pronounce against England and in favor of the cause of the colonies tried men's souls. I have said that the Declaration of Independence is the ring bolt to the chain of your nation's destiny. So indeed, I regard it, that bolt drawn, that chain broken, and all is lost. Cling to this day, cling to it and to its principles with the grasp of a storm-tossed mariner to a spar at midnight. Washington could not die till he had broken the chains of his slaves. Yet his monument is built up by the price of human blood. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. It is dangerous to copy the example of a nation whose crimes, towering up to heaven, were thrown down by the breath of the Almighty, burying that nation in irrecoverable ruin. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. My subject then, fellow citizens, is American slavery. I shall see this day and its popular characteristics from the slave's point of view. Making his wrongs mine, I do not hesitate to declare, with all my soul, that the character and conduct of this nation never looked blacker to me than on this 4th of July. Must I undertake to prove that the slave is a man, while we are plowing, planting, and reaping, using all kinds of mechanical tools, having among us lawyers, doctors, ministers, poets, authors? We are called upon to prove that we are men. You know what is a swine drover? I will show you a man drover, armed with pistol, whip, and bowie knife, driving a company of 100 men, women, and children. See this drove sold and separated forever, and never forget the deep, sad sobs that arose. The fugitive slave law stands alone in the annals of tyrannical legislation. An American judge gets $10 for every victim he consigns to slavery, and $5 when he fails to do so. His own testimony is nothing. He can bring no witnesses. But the church has made itself the bulwark of American slavery. Yea, when ye make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood. For it is not light that is needed, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, and the earthquake. What, to the American slave, is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham. Your boasted liberty, an unholy license, your national greatness, swelling vanity, hollow mockery. But it is answered that the right to hold, and to hunt slaves is a part of that Constitution. But I differ from those who charge this baseness on the framers. Interpreted as it ought to be interpreted, the Constitution is a glorious liberty document. Notwithstanding the dark picture I have this day presented, I do not despair of this country. There are forces in operation which must inevitably work the downfall of slavery. The arm of the Lord is not shortened, and the doom of slavery is certain.